Hi, Mr. Wartsky here again. This is the third screencast for the endocrine system. We're going to start our discussion today with ovaries and testes. Ovaries produce a hormone known as estrogen, which lengthens bone, allows you to grow, and produces the secondary sex characteristics of the individuals. Now, estrogen also prevents other eggs from developing. Progesterone is also produced by the ovaries, and it prepares the individual for pregnancy. Increases breast size, produces the mucus plug that forms around the cervix, stimulates the production of relaxin, which causes the hips to widen, the feet to enlarge, the hands to drop everything that they're carrying. And then you have the testes. Testosterone is the only hormone that's produced by the testes, and that also allows the bones to lengthen and produces the secondary sex characteristics in males. Now remember, these are all steroid hormones. And here are the testes down here, and this is the ovaries up here. So this is the individual, this is the male. Good. The pineal body is above the brainstem. I think I have the location in the next slide. Near the center of your brain, it produces melatonin, which is a modified amino acid. Now, with melanocyte stimulating hormone, it controls the pigment of your skin, but it also controls your biological rhythm. Right, so now, in the wintertime, you will eat more carbohydrates to produce more melatonin from serotonin. What? So as you increase carbohydrates, you will increase insulin. Now, the insulin allows your brain to absorb more tryptophan which is converted to serotonin, and serotonin is your happy neurotransmitter. But serotonin is also changed to melatonin, which helps you with your skin pigmentation and biological rhythm. So basically, I like to say, since cookies are carbohydrates, cookies will equal happiness because eventually serotonin is produced from the tryptophan, which is the amino acid that is modified to produce both serotonin and melatonin. French fries. Oh, I love French fries. Wendy's French fries. Happiness. So the pineal gland, okay, so we talked about the hypothalamus, that's labeled here, the pituitary labeled here, and then the pineal gland way back behind the spinal cord right there, above the cerebellum. That's it right there. Pineal gland. The thymus, another endocrine gland underneath the sternum. Now, as you get older, your thymus will actually get smaller. And the thymus produces thymosin that stimulates the development of T cells, which are part of your immune system, which you'll learn in the next unit. What are some other tissues that act as endocrine glands? Things that you wouldn't even think about. For example, the kidney produces erythropoietin. It should be erythro, so T-H-R, erythropoietin, or EPO, which increases the production of red blood cells. Kidneys also produce renin, talked about that before, which changes angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. The heart, we learned about this in the excretory system, produces ANF, atrial natriuretic factor. Adipose tissue, which is your fat tissue, produces leptin, which tells your hypothalamus that you are satiated, that basically you had a good meal, a satisfying meal. Now, a decrease in adipose cells will decrease your leptin production, and your hypothalamus will tell you to eat. So leptin must be present for normal GnRH levels. So in order for you to develop and mature reproductively, you have to have a certain percentage of your body, a specific lipid or fat concentration. Without that, GnRH isn't produced. You will not go through your cycle. You will not develop or mature sexually. Resistin is also produced by the adipose tissue, and that decreases insulin sensitivity throughout the body, and there's a link of resistin to type 2 diabetes. The skeleton is also an endocrine gland. This blew me away. There are 4 hormones that are produced in the skeletal system. Now, there are 2 cells found in bones, which are osteoblasts, which build new bone, and osteoclasts, which tear bone down. I always say B for build and C for kill. I know it doesn't really work that way, but it sounds good. Both cells maintain your calcium levels in the blood. So, osteoblasts produce this osteocalcin, which helps regulate body sugar. Osteocalcin circulates throughout the body, and it collects calcium and other minerals that are needed for the bone. The hormone stimulates the beta cells of the pancreas to increase insulin level. So osteocalcin also stimulates the adipose tissue to produce a hormone that will increase insulin sensitivity. Now, osteocalcin can also stimulate the testes to produce testosterone. Remember, testosterone has something to do with bone lengthening. So it has something to do with bone density. Now, this can also improve your mood and memory. The skeleton can also produce sclerostin, which is produced by osteocytes and is a hormone that slows down osteoblasts. So this can convert white fat, which is the quick burning fat, to brown fat, which is the fat that is used in hibernating animals, but it's burned quickly for energy fat. The lipocalcin 2, LCN2, produced by the osteoblast, stimulate the hypothalamus to maintain blood sugar, and body temperature. Now, lipocalcin can also regulate your diet because it affects the hypothalamus. Now, fibroblast growth factor 23 is produced by osteocytes and it targets the kidney's distal convoluted tubule to decrease phosphorus reabsorption and increase phosphorus excretion. Remember, hit pause if you need to go over any of these things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the endocrine system. Now, remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, review your textbook, watch the video over again, or ask me in class tomorrow. Hope these help. Have a good night.